you know, to get your feedback on this, on where you are now,
Yeah.
and then the process in your words.
Mm. Yes. So I started coming from the life coaching, my first part, and coming on to this part here. Of course, when you talk entrepreneurial, you know, you're talking business. You know, there would have been questions in my mind about business. Can I do this? To what extent is this business going to be? What is going to be required of me? But I was sure about one or two things. One of them was that I had given both of you the license to work with me. I was sure about that. The other thing was that I was sure that both of you had the ability to do so, to take me from wherever you thought I was, to take me on to certainly a place where I would, you know, achieve my full potential. And certainly, if it meant that I would get into some business, some entrepreneurial activity, which was what this was geared to, you were capable of doing it. So my uncertainty was not with the facilitators. Any uncertainty I had was with me, my understanding of it, and whether I would have been capable to do so. And we journeyed on, and in some cases, I'm coming to it not as prepared as I would have liked, you know. And I'm saying, but I should be more prepared than this, you know. But I'm coming, and last week was such a really powerful, and power, the word power came up, really powerful session, in that as I was made to explore my feelings about money and all of that, and what I would use it for. And what I didn't seem to put at all was this whole idea of power and status. And as Jennifer, you know, would have stated sometime after, we have a very bad opinion of money. We grew up that way. So we have been schooled into believing that money is bad, status is bad, power, you know, that kind of thing. But Terry-Ann, as Terry-Ann explained that, I was able to connect with something I would tell my students, and I always tell them that, you know, I can't, I've never seen a weak person pulling someone up the hill. And it meant that I was displaying some measure of power there. I had to be strong to be able to pull them up. And I realized that what Terry-Ann was saying about power was clean. It was clean. It was full of integrity. It was something that I possessed without actually recognizing that. So we finished off really at a higher place than we had done previously. Had the homework, the home assignment, you know. And I said, I have to do this. I have to get it right. I must get it right from the point of view, not that about, I don't think it was just a question of just getting it right. I think it was just being able to do it because I felt that was a culminating activity. And that was to get this bowl, Because Terrian had shown us this bowl and all that she could have done with the bowl and you could do with the bowl and really, and I had an idea of what my bowl would look like. So I went on the net to get the bowl. I got the nearest thing to this bowl and I was so happy to get this bowl. But before I got the bowl, I had my book there and I wrote, what I would consider to be the things to put in this bowl. So have my bowl, and I said each one of these things that I have to put, I call them assets, physical and so on, and I had the things to put in them. I had these categories, and I had the items to put in these categories. And I was, as this thing was developing, I was really overjoyed. Boy, I said, this is looking good. And I'm a visual learner. So I like color and I like things that I could see one step going from this step to the next. So I see that. And then I said, but we have to connect these things. And I remember it was about what goes into the bowl and what's going to come out of the bowl as well with the excess and then going back again because it's the refilling that would take place and everything else. And I needed to capture that. So I got my blue arrows. My blue arrows are 2 points. Connecting the basket, the bowl, the big wooden bowl, which we call Sabrico Manzan. That big bowl with all the other assets and all the other things. And blue, I use blue because blue always reminds me of blue, God loves you. And I'm sure that God has his blessing in that. And I say that without any reservation. So, and when I was finished, I was happy to put my name underneath, Lynette Noel, 13 July 2020. So I really want to thank both of you. Jennifer, that you started off, you were the lead in the first one. And what is good about this is that even though you would be the lead in one, Terrian is there to get a sense of what's happening. So that affords both of you the opportunity to continue. So it lends itself to a kind of seamlessness. So you were there, Terrian is the lead in the entrepreneurial, but you are there. And because of that, if there's any interjection that you would need to do, you can do it from a point where I've been listening, I've been following the development of this from the beginning. So it is not something that is just going to be a helter-skelter and just come and say something and because, well, all right. But you're talking now based on what you've observed. You have been experiencing it. You have been journeying with me, with Terry, and both of you have been journeying, and it is really a powerful thing, and I really appreciate what you all were able to do. And as I look back, I say, oh, that was me. And I look at myself, like, oh, there's me then, So, those are things really that I'm thankful for. I'm really appreciative of the process because I think because of the fact that I'm visual, process means a lot to me. So anything that's missing there, I am at a loss. Something needs to go there, something I need to fill this before, So, well, there was process and a meaningful process and I could relate it to it and all of that. And I think anybody, whether you're a visual learner or not, what both of you offered was one, a sense of security, a sense of comfort, where people felt comfortable enough to share, and also knowing that what was shared would be treated with the utmost confidence and everything else. So all of those things were there, and I'm saying, I hope that many other people would avail themselves of the opportunity. because I would have said, I'm all right. Yeah, I do need this. I do need, yeah. But then when you all started, you had a program for, and of course, well, you know, I know Jennifer, right? You know, long time, you know, and I'm always willing to give my friends and whatever it is, I'm always supportive. But it was more than that. It was the professionalism that you all brought to it, you know, the expertise. We've been talking about expertise, and so the expertise that you all brought it as well. And that togetherness, there was that gelling, you know, and because both of you gelled so well, both of you together, gelling together, gelled with the participants, you know. So there was that whole collaboration that was taking place, you know. So I wish you, I know we'd continue on and so on and everything, but I wish both of you as the connections and so on, wish you all the best. I hope you get very busy with the number of participants, customers, patrons, whatever you're going to call them, who are going to come to be part of this life coaching and entrepreneurial experience. I wish you business. I wish you business.
Thank you
Yes.
so much,
I
Lynette.
wish you business.
Thank
And
you.
I thank you so much for allowing me to share. Yes,
You're very
thanks so
welcome.
much, both
You're
of you.
very, very welcome, Lynette.
And then
Yes.
all I could say is thank you.
Yes.
Yes. And receive it.
And
It's
all
yeah,
success to you.
yes, all
One more
success.
question.
Yes.
One more
Yes.
question.
Thanks so
Because
much.
again,
Yes.
we like to understand from our clients
Yeah.
the process and how they've experienced. And we
Mm.
firmly believe in the
Mhm.
use of assessments to help clients understand self and move forward.
Yes.
Tell me what the experience, and this is using the assessments, both at the start with the life
Mhm.
transition,
Mhm.
and then we had an entrepreneurial assessment.
Yes.
How did the assessments, what was the role for you in this process?
The assessments allows me to go in because I had to go into myself to answer not what I think the assessor would want, but what it is about me, what it is me that what is the best answer for this, for that, and that. And I was able to do that. And of course, you had the assessment that was compiled and produced. And based on that, you know, Jennifer discussed it and showed how this is applying to me, what I think about it, and so on. So I was, even though I had, when it was reviewing inverted commas of the assessment that was taking place, I was in it. I was in it. Some, you know, say, yes, I wrote this. This is what I said, and this generated this percentage or something like that, and so on. Yeah, but you know, that was really, you go, yeah, that really me boy. Yeah, yeah, yes, you know, and I've seen that. And then we all know that assessments could have a bit of error, but I would say I made out myself there, you know, in that. And then we moved on, and that then so took us to the entrepreneurial. We had that we had to do, right? A different kind of assessment, because I think it's asking for if for you to look at different skills that you have and so on and everything else. And I think all that would be necessary for you as an entrepreneur, you know, and to look at the pluses and the minuses. What do you have? What you would need, and so on. And those two assessments were useful then for you, the facilitators see how to manage my strengths, how to manage the limited resources, the limited assets that I would have had. How do you ask the questions? When to ask those questions? What kind of questions would you ask? What are the follow-up questions that you would ask during it? That would definitely be probing questions that would help you to have a better understanding of me, you know, and also to get me to move beyond just the basic thing, because I remember one point being advised or being reminded that, you know, you have a lot of linguistic competence. Let's hear you use the language instead of, you know, yes, go beyond and pull out some words there and be specific. And really, I mean, that was useful, because it is easy to say it was great. And I mean, if I say it's great, I mean, well, one better than great. But when you then I stop and think about, well, okay, well, what is great now? Well, what I mean, what is great really? And I had to dissect and deconstruct everything, you know, to arrive at a good understanding of what you're asking of me. And really, through it all, I think there was that integrity that was maintained. You know, you didn't feel, well, oh God, well, the answer to that must even sound so bad, you know, really, I really shouldn't say that. No, at no point did I feel that, you know. I was clear about the process, and the questioning, the probing, leading to a better health. For me to understand, I found you, both of you, to understand. And well, I think today, you know, was the max. You know, we maxed out. We maxed out the thing. Yes, we maxed out. Me say like the young people, we maxed out the thing, man. You know, so it was really, really very powerful. Very powerful. So those two assessment instruments are useful, because you get from the client certain bits of information. This is compiled. You might have a quantitative as well as a qualitative assessment coming out of it, that being produced. But what is even more so, it gives you a document to use with the client. So both of you can refer to it. Say, you know, whether it's for the entrepreneurial one or the life coach one, that person. So we are operating with something that has now become a standard for us. And with that standard now, we can say, yes, these questions have really brought out the depth and had the person thinking, and really allowed both of you to take the person along the journey, you know. And today you should realize that it was good. Unexpected, I certainly think, you know, but I was just really enthusiastic, amazed, and just overjoyed, elated all over. So I'm trying to get some of the linguistic competence back in, you know. So it was really very good. So that's what I can say about the you know, and the assessments as well. So I think that they provide a useful base which you can launch off to do the extra probing and to assess and take people on.
Excellent.
But it's not just about, well, I think about, well, yes, I think, you look as if, well, you could think, no, it's not nothing flippant like that, you know. It wasn't flippant. And I must remember, and you know, and teachers, facilitators, you know, when the student doesn't seem to be fulfilling some of the promises that the student had indicated. So, but you know, you said you want to, well, it's a month now. What is happening with that? You know, right? You're still having that, and you have to do that. So little reminders and so about certain things. Great, great, great. I appreciated that too. And I'm working on that. Yes. Yes. I'm working on that.
Lynette, thank you so
Yes.
very much.
Yes. Yes.
We are going to be following up with you. Definitely. I think
Yes.
you're at a space, you're at a landing to really go off.
Yes.
And Jennifer and I will be thrilled to continue to escort you on that journey.
Oh, yes.
And we'll be in touch with you very, very
Yes.
soon. But we you've made us very proud that we have
Yes.
conceptualized the Reset program.
Yeah.
And the outcome that we see is so well aligned to our mission with Connections 50 Plus for our
Yes.
5.8G cohort.
Yes.
This that stage is ours, and you've certainly created a stage that is yours. I can't wait to see how those big mangoes.
Yes. 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 And I have that. I know I have some good
Mangoes.
consultants there. I have some good consultants there. Yeah. So we good with that. So I'm saying thanks so much. All God's blessings,
Thank
continued
you.
blessings as you all go on, continuing to do what obviously is your destiny. Yeah, that's not by
Wow.
chance. That's not by chance. You don't get to do that by chance.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
is that, yes, because you are impacting the lives of many people, you know, and where one can multiply, you know, unlike COVID, but unlike COVID, like COVID, one could impact about 40 million things. You are impacting, but for good. We have no disease coming out of it.
No.
That's great. That's great.
Okay,
Yes.
Lynette, all the best.
Thank you.
Yes,
Alright.
thanks a lot. So you all have a good one. Blessings.
Okay.